Sorry about that.
Hello. Hey, sorry about that. I could hear myself over yonder, or I could hear my live, so I need to go and make it stop. Right as the countdown's ending. Hello, Legs. Hello, Queen. Hey. Okay, so looks like Legs was trying to, or Queen's been trying to call you Legs. Oh, thank you. I do love it. I do love it. Hey, try me. Hello, hello. So if anybody missed it last night, I did delete all of everything about that because I got kind of nervous. You know, the live was shut down and made me a little bit nervous. So I deleted everything, just FYI. But it was a good time, I guess. That's what you want to call it. Psycho people, right? A lot of crazy people in this world, man. Hey, Mar. Jerry. Hello, hello, hello. I didn't either, Top Hats. And I don't know. I haven't gotten an email or anything, so I don't know. I don't have any notifications over there. So the fact is, we don't know what actually happened, right? We don't. What, error message 004, some 436, I don't know. Anyway, we don't really know what happened. I'm glad we got to watch it, though. I'm glad because I really want people to see that. You know, it's really affected me, like, insanely. Hey, Coddle. Oh, is he, Jerry? Really? Oh my goodness. Well, text me and let me know details if you don't want to say them on here or whatever. Let me know what's going on for sure. Keep me updated. Hey, Mama. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Well, we will be praying for him. Please keep me updated. Yeah, let me know what's going on. If you would, text me. But maybe you can get some answers finally. Right? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I agree. Hope and pray for sure. And so I don't know if so I do a couple little announcements I want to make. I don't know if everybody has seen my recent short that I put out. we'll be putting out more information on that too. But we're going to do we are going to have special announcements for our anniversary party this year. You know, anniversary for the channel is coming up very soon. So we're going to be doing some announcements. We're going to have a special live, a premiere. We're going to do a premiere. So, you know, if you haven't seen my recent short, hey, Flash. Oh, Flash is over on Rumble. I forgot to pull up Rumble. I had it up and I accidentally shut it. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, Mama. We definitely will. Yeah, let everybody say a prayer. Wow, that's wild. Yeah, you want to make sure you do not miss the wait, shoot. Okay. So I see here on StreamYard, I see comments from both places. But I'll keep a check out over here. Yeah, that's crazy. I think everyone in here, yeah. You don't want to miss a thing. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Have you all seen it? Right, Mama. Yeah. It's so wild when things like that happen. Somebody young and that's the kind of thing that you don't, there's no sign of it. It just happens, right? Scary. Really sorry to hear it. If you're not subscribed, we already know who you are. Well, like I told you guys on Rumble last night, I don't necessarily know over here, but I do know over there. So if you're not following me over on Rumble, I am very aware of it. Oh, wow. Top Hats is a member. Oh, wow. Wow. I am. Oh, my goodness. Poor kids. Well, thank you, Top Hats. Yes, welcome. As if you weren't already welcome, right? Everybody's welcome. Maybe we should hey Beck, how you doing? How's the baby? Wow, Faith. 20 wow. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Mama, you're not new. Wow, all kinds of stuff going on here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So who did not see? I'll play this for in case somebody missed it. I don't know who could have missed it, why you would miss it, but just in case you did. We got a whole full-blown, big, huge announcements going on the anniversary party. You do not want to miss that. You missed it? Okay, I'll play it for you guys. We had a teaser, a couple weeks ago, and then this one pretty much tells it. Oh, stop it. Okay, let's see.
Two worlds collide. The countdown has begun. Voices rising. Visions are one. Creators standing side by side, stronger than before. The spark ignites across the sky. The crowd is begging for more. All eyes watching, the moment is near. The biggest event the world will hear. Together we shine, louder than ever. This is the time, we're rising forever. All of the networks, all of the screens, the greatest alliance the world's ever seen. No turning back, the storm is here. The future is ours. The moment is near.
Okay, so what do you think? Yep. Yep, Top Hats and I are going to collaborate together on some things. Yeah, it's going to be really good. I'm super excited. Yeah, we can. There's some really good things we can do together. Like I think we can. I've always said, I told him my very favorite live of all time ever was whenever Top Hats came on panel and we tracked Brian Kohlberger's flight. Remember that? Top Hats had that flight down. Nobody else knew how he was going, if he was driving, how he was getting there. Top Hats found that private plane. That was one of my very favorite lives we've ever ever done. Right. Why we're on. Oh, right, right. So, yeah, so we can do some good stuff together. And so I'm really looking forward to that. So we will have more announcements and more things. Like I said, for the anniversary live, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a premiere. We're going to pre-record and then, but run it live. So it's going to be really good. And so I think, and I'm not sure though, because I don't know if Top Hats is busy or whatever. The stories we're going to talk about tonight are, they're both in North Carolina. Thank you, Faith. Thank you. I know, I'm super excited. But I think, so we want to talk about this little boy that is missing right now. He's autistic, nonverbal, and you know, every second counts, man. He's been missing since Sunday. Yesterday, he spent a whole night out there. Right. Top Hat's got, yeah, I had an alert on it. And I keep refreshing, trying to see what kind of, you know, this early on, you just hope this early on, it's so possible for us to get some good news this early on, right? Like I got literally no clue what to say about Sebastian Rogers. I have no idea what to even say about that. But it's so early on, we could hear some good news. It could very much happen. I know, Mama, me too. Oh God. Me too. Just hope and pray that there's something. He's just adorable. They all are. They all are. Of course they are. And it's such a scary thought to not know where your child is. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I bet, Mama. I think about that all the time too. I think about it. I will say this. I worry about it with Jack. I worry about all the kids all the time. Water scares the crap out of me for sure. But I do. I worry about that with Jack. And I will tell you this though, really quick, just something personal, really quickly. Jack called me Dobby on Saturday. First time. And he said it a bunch. That made me super duper happy. Right. I know. He was because he was sick last week, so I hadn't seen him for a while. I don't have him as much these days. So him not being here at all last week, it had been a while, and we went over there, and he was so lovey. You could tell he missed me. It was so sweet. I know. It's one of those things, right? I did too, Queen. I cried too. Oh, Mama, thank you. I know. So, so sweet. Now, babies are the best. So I don't know if you are available, Top Hats, to come up and go over this with me. I don't. If you're not, because we didn't plan this one ahead that much. I was actually working on another story all day today. I'm gonna put out a video tomorrow on a story that I've been working on. I finished it up today. It's another one with CPS dropping the ball like nobody's damn business. It's really disgusting. I mean, it was actually hard going through the stuff. I found myself crying all off and on all day. It just breaks your heart with these people. But so I was busy doing that all day. I will put out the video tomorrow. It's a local case here in Arizona. Horribly sad. Horribly sad. So I didn't get with Top Hats earlier. So if he's not available, if you're not available, don't worry, Top Hats. If you are, then I'll send you a link. Right. Okay. Have you heard anything else about? I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything today. Like, I was pretty occupied today, I will say, with little Rebecca Batiste. But I haven't seen anything. I have a bad feeling, he's in the fact that he's in a if he's in a landfill, that's going to be really tough. I don't know if they are either, Jerry. I don't know. There's all this stuff now that they've done with Ahmed, and I don't, everything I do see on it, it's just some kind of nonsense, It's like they're trying to go down the whole Sebastian road, and I just don't even want to. Yeah. It did. No, you're right. That's kind of how I feel. And it's really disturbing and it's really annoying. I think some people still, they act like they're talking about Sebastian. They haven't been for a very long time, but I think some of them actually think, hey, Top Hats.
Hello. Oh, shit. Let me get my mic. My bad. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
You hear me?
Yeah.
I got to move stuff around here where I can see it. Okay. I'm good.
Dorothy Gal. Yes, you are welcome. It's a very scary thing. Yeah, that's in your neck of the woods too, right? Yeah, we gotta, you know what? We gotta try to hopefully everybody can get it out there, and it's still early enough that we have really good reason to be hopeful. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. On this one here in Asheboro, nothing that work's been crazy today. My power went out earlier today, and I'm like, hold up. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm like, I paid my power bill, and I'm like, okay, I look, yep, I was 0 on power, so that wasn't the case. They were working around. It wasn't supposed to. They had sent me a text alert, said it wasn't going to be back on until 11 o'clock tonight. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work for me. But they got it done. Throughout the day, I've been checking. Nothing in this particular case really points to like abuse. The pictures that you see on social media where this little boy is Liam has been, he does seem to be happy. I don't believe mom and dad are together. I think they've been separated for a little bit.
That's what I saw too.
Not a lot on dad. Mom had like a larceny charge back in like 2015, 2016. Like nothing that really points to like in contrast to Emmanuel, where everything was pointing, you know what I mean? Like things aren't necessarily building up that way, but I guess anytime you have a mom and a dad that aren't actually together, there is a possibility, maybe. I don't know. It's speculation purely. But it does appear that this really could be a case that the little fellow wandered off, and because he is nonverbal, he is known to, if you approach him, he runs. And he could very well be. I mean, it's very wooded there. It's about it's like 45 minutes away from me. It's down not far from the zoo, North Carolina Asheboro Zoo. It's not far from there. It's very wooded, very rural. And I just, like, my alert went off in the middle of the night last night, or middle of the night. I woke up. It woke me up. But to think that a little 7-year-old autistic nonverbal child, now it got down in upper 50s, low 60s here last night.
Oh, okay.
Chilly. It's
Right.
chilly. There is a body of water. I was watching a press conference earlier. The local Randolph County police department was saying they were going to drain that pond. From what I've heard today, folks, I don't know where they're getting it from. I guess there's some actual facts behind it, but I don't know of it. But they say that like autistic, nonverbal type children are typically drawn to water. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping they find him, but at this point, it doesn't really feel like an abuse, something gone wrong, like it was in the Emmanuel Horror. To me, it just doesn't feel that way.
Right. We're not getting the immediate flags.
No.
That's kind of what I noticed too. Dorothy, did they drain it? Right. I haven't seen where they drained it. I didn't see that happen, but if they did and they didn't find them,
that's
because
so it's just like a little creek that kind of feeds into that area, but it's just ankle deep creek. It's not anything major. This morning is when I saw the conference. Police did the thing this morning that said they were intending on draining it. So I don't.
Yeah, this is the latest press conference.
I know the SBI. I watched a chopper or two, but for the most part, the State Bureau of Investigations they've had a plane during the daytime. They've had a plane circling that area pretty much all day until it became nighttime. There's no on flight radar right now. I don't show any planes or helicopters. Okay, refresh. I don't show any planes or helicopters over that area right now. Okay, wait a minute. It ain't filled in yet, so I can't really say that 100%. Come on, finish filling in. I don't have that many tabs open. Okay, I don't want her to have to refresh. Fill in. Okay, what's this helicopter down here?
Yes. Yeah, that's a thing. They can bring in, right, Dorothy.
Maybe I got
Yes.
too much stuff open. My bad. I'm just talking to myself. Y'all don't pay me no mind.
And what
I talk to myself all day. I say self, and self says, huh? Close.
This is the latest one I have been able to find. Let me see.
And
Maybe. No. I know, Jerry. And I agree with Top Hat. So and maybe you know something more, Dorothy. I don't know. From everything I've seen, I don't see major flags like you do a lot of times. That is a good sign. But but you know, when the parents aren't together, there is always that chance that there's some kind of custody thing. I haven't heard about anything like that. And, you know, rather than him being in water or out in the thing, you know, you hope that's it's something like that if they're safe that way. I don't know. I haven't heard anything like that, though. I haven't heard that being anything anybody is talking about at this point. Exactly. Right, Dorothy. That's what I'm saying. But
yeah,
you know, as far as red flags, you know, of nonsense, I haven't seen anything like that at this point. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I haven't picked up on any of it either.
Okay, yeah, I just refreshed again, and I think so. We'll listen to this press conference. This is the latest one I have been able to find. Let me see. Okay, let's see. This says 4 hours ago.
Yeah, I think that's the last one I saw.
Information kind of update since yesterday, and there's.
Oh, good, Dorothy. Good. That's the idea I'm getting to. I'm seeing no flags. Yep, I'm glad. Being close by, I'm so glad to hear that, because that's how I'm feeling, and you know, because those ones, you know, how that crap goes.
Not a lot of updated information other than a lot of the people that have come up from other counties such as New Hanover, Brunswick. We've had a huge number of people throughout the state that have volunteered their time and resources to come up here and help us look for this little boy. And we're treating it as a missing young man in the woods. That's what we're still working on. We're looking at an area now where there's some water, a pond area, and we had the dive team there. We searched it. It was muddy on the bottom. So we decided we're going to drain it and continue to look in that area. And, all I ask is that all the neighbors in that area that have graciously come out and tried to help us, just don't come into the area where we are just quite yet, because it could disrupt evidence that may be needed at a later date. And I hope that they do continue to look at their own property that they own and away from the general area where we're searching. But it is a search and rescue scenario as I speak, and it will remain that until we have any other evidence that depicts we should be doing other things.
Has the boy ever run away from home before, or is this?
No, we have no. We spoke to the mother, and she stated that he hardly has ever ventured away. He is fascinated with water, and that is a common trait in autism. So that's why the water is an important area right now to search, and hopefully we will not find him in the water. Hopefully we will find him near the water. So we're still very optimistic, and we ask everyone to continue praying.
Sheriff, what does that process look like to empty the pond or body of water, as you were saying? And do we know if he can swim?
I don't know if he can swim, but depending on what time of day he made it to the pond, it's dark. He would be disoriented. Even if you were an excellent swimmer, you would still have some problems doing that. The pond is a smaller pond, maybe a quarter of an acre, and it will roughly take 10 to 12 hours to drain, and that's pumping the water out, and they're doing that as we speak. And we had to actually make a road down to that pond so we could allow our vehicles with the pump to get to that location. So the logistics are very bad when it comes to thick brush. We've had helicopters, airplanes up in the air, and they're having trouble locating any thermal image at night or any vision of the ground due to the canopy of trees that are in the area. And at night, the canopy, I feel like the thermal energy is not reaching the ground due to the leaves that are still on our trees. So,
Can you confirm if the boy lives on Forest Hills Drive, or if he was just around the area?
no, he did not live there. He was visiting that residence, and he lived in the Ashboro area.
I'm hearing from neighbors that there's a lot of wildlife in that area, specifically snakes and coyotes. Can you confirm that? And is that an area of concern?
Yes, there's a lot of wildlife in that area: snakes, coyotes, deer. But I think he'll be okay when it comes to if he's in that general area, because we were in the woods, 2,500 feet around the initial scene, and any coyote or animal that was nearby would have been spooked. So we had a lot of people, over 100 people in the woods searching. So
Can you confirm when he was originally reported missing by the parents and when the sheriff's office started their search?
we received the call at 11, shortly after 11 a.m. yesterday.
You said he was at another residence when this happened. Was it family member's house?
He was visiting a house where a family member lived.
Said you wanted property owners to check around the area to check their property. What's that kind of geographical area where you're?
This is a farming area. You have farms down Pisgah Cover Bridge Road. You have farm ponds on these farms. And, we can't hit every pond right now. We're going to hit the ones that are closer to the proximity. But this is a young man that I've been told can cover a lot of ground quickly. And he's very smart. And he can be, one of those young men that will fool everybody that's looking for him. And we're not taking anything for granted. We're trying to be ahead of him and try to locate where he may be going. And right now that's in the area of water and other places in that area, such as homes. We've checked everything. So
Can you give us a parameter of how far you have kind of searched? Do you have an acreage number? And do you have maybe like roads that people in that area know? That's kind of the general area.
Well, if you look at air, we have searched numerous square miles in the air. We've had helicopters out yesterday, last night, today. We've had support from Highway Patrol, from Harnett County Sheriff's Office, from Brunswick County Sheriff's Office, and the SBI aircraft. So we, if you look at it that way, we've covered a huge mass of property, land in that area. And we've kind of defined the search in that general area.
Okay, so that's the end of that. There were some pictures. Look at him. Wow, Jerry, I don't even know what you're saying. Yeah, Top Hats, you said there's a lot of wild hogs out there.
Yeah, a lot of boar.
They can be pretty mean.
Yeah, they can. Bears not so much. I mean, you got them at the zoo, but they're enclosed. You get a black bear passing through from time to time, but black bears are about as scared of humans as humans are them. That black bear not gonna mess with you, typically. If you get between a mom and a cub, yeah, she'll mess you up. But on average, yeah. I just know how chilly and like it's.
Yep.
Yeah, you start to get ground cover. You got moccasins. You got different things, and it's. I don't like. I'm not sure. Like I was looking. Post take it for what it's worth. 2 hours ago, JLR posted about the father is not there. I know the mom and father have been apart for several years, but it's hard. Look, I don't. Me and my son's mom have been apart for several years, but if something, he's an adult, but if something was to happen, I would be there. So I don't know whether to read anything in that. Maybe he's not living in the area. Maybe he's not. Right. I don't know. Maybe he don't have access to be there. I don't know. How JLR come up with that? I don't know. We all know he'll go where other people won't go sometimes. So for him to
Right.
know that the father's not there in the midst of all this, um, I mean, take it. I mean, you got, like I said, you got to look. It's a missing child that is not. I don't want to say not a normal child. I mean, he's a child with issues and
But
struggles
special
and
needs.
special needs. Yes,
Right.
and
And nonverbal.
that makes it like his thing is to run and hide from people. That's gonna make it a little difficult to find, but I mean, I don't know. Earlier, they were telling the public, do not. Like they had everything shut off and they did not. Their earlier press conference earlier this morning specifically said that they didn't want the public to be in there because they were afraid that the public may mess up some evidence if there was any or anything like that. So they told the public, do not come out here. We don't need your help. We got it. So, folks aren't just able to go and be like, okay, tell me where you need me to look, because they're not. As of early this morning, if it changed this afternoon, okay. But what I heard was they told the public, don't come out here to help.
Right. And as far, whatever, I don't know how JLR knows that. And maybe he does. Maybe he actually doesn't. I don't know. And, at this point, I think you're right. I don't see any reason for anybody to read anything into that because we don't know. Maybe he's, across the country. Maybe he's in another country. I don't know,
Right.
Yeah. And, from what I've heard, like we said earlier, nothing came off as there being anything weird with that. I mean, I didn't hear of any flags of any kind. And, a lot of times right out of the gate, we see some red flags.
Yeah, there's been nothing's come across that there were any issues between mom and dad fussing, arguing, or there's like none of that surfaced today. And folks online be digging. If it was there, it would have been found.
Right. And, and it's a good thing they know they're draining the pond. I just pray like crazy that they don't find anything in that pond, but that's good. They're going to just do that stuff. And, they know the terrain, they know the area, they know what kind of animals they're looking at. They know all that stuff. So,
I just wonder, why is it that the country, down here in my neck of the woods, the country, why the police always come across as like that guy that was having that press conference. At any time, I was looking for him to like spit from having a chaw at the back in his mouth. Like, come on, people, y'all on national, like y'all, like let's represent ourselves a little better here. I know they just good down home people down there though.
yeah,
It ain't far from me. So in this neck of the woods, sometimes you got to put up with the good old boy system, but sometimes the good old boy system is actually who you need on your side. So hopefully
right.
them fellas down there in we make fun. I'm in Davidson County and they're Randolph County, and folks say, hey, them folks down in Randolph County, they crazy. Because they just country.
Right. And I think that's to me, I find that to be a good thing, right? I mean,
oh, my bad. Let me silence this. Sorry, I got alerts and stuff coming in. Let me silence this. It's not cool.
Okay, so he's got a sweatshirt on. That's good, and sweatpants, right?
Yes, because it did get chilly. Well, to me, it was chilly. It was down upper 50s this morning.
And he's got tennis shoes on and socks, and that part is good. At least he's not, it is summer still, kind of.
It's just like so difficult if you're dealing with someone nonverbal. It's
Hmm.
it's just so it adds a layer
Right.
that some little child's not gonna walk out of the woods to a house and be like, I'm lost, help me. It's just not the way it's gonna work.
Right. And the area seems they said it's farmland.
It is. It's very wooded. Very wooded.
It looks like it from these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to be hoping and praying that we find out that they drain that pond and they don't find anything. The guy said there are several ponds around there. Apparently there's one quite close, I guess. But
Yeah, there is one little close. The others, okay, at a 7-year-old, you figure he was, 4 foot high, 3 foot high. I know it was said, I can't recall right off the top of my head. You figure, okay, at his leg length, how far could he go? He's not going to be traveling in pitch black because out, in my area at night is night. We ain't got street lights. Nighttime is nighttime. And sometimes you can't,
right.
if it's like a new moon, there ain't no moon out. You don't see the hand in front of your face. Even in my little neck of the woods, and I'm not as country as they are. So he's not traveling at night. So how far you figure his stride length, how far could he actually walk in that length of time? The other ponds aren't necessarily within range. There isn't but one within that circle of distance that he could possibly cover at his height. But if he's panicked, he runs. I mean, if he gets scared and he takes off running, then he's going to cover more distance, obviously. But I don't know. It just
freaking he went. The call came in to the police yesterday morning at 11 something. So we're over 30, we're at 30 some hours at this point.
And I didn't get the Amber Alert until 10, 11 o'clock last night.
Okay, right. Okay, that's what I wanted to ask you. So
I was already laid down to go to bed, and it was 10, 11 o'clock at night at least. It may have been even later before the Amber Alert came through on my phone.
Hey, Tobo. Because obviously we were watching that show. You didn't say anything about it. Was after we watched that, right? So it might have been a little bit later. But I wanted to ask you about that because, I don't know if different states have different criteria or what. But there's a different criteria with the Amber Alert because in some states or in some situations, what I end up hearing is if there's not a vehicle involved, they don't put one out. That's a criteria at some point. Now, that doesn't seem to have anything to do with this case. There's no vehicle they're looking for, correct?
Not that I know of.
Okay, but so there's still an Amber Alert. And, I feel like I think in Sebastian's case, they said there was an Amber Alert, and I don't know that there was ever a vehicle. Sometimes we've heard that because, And I don't know if that's the truth or that's just because they don't send one out and that's, something that ends up getting talked about and it has nothing to do with it.
What? See, freaking, he's on the autism spectrum. He's nonverbal. So I would imagine they would consider him in imminent danger because he can't communicate. And
Is
hey,
it, Dorothy?
by the
How
way,
come I feel like, and maybe that changed. Maybe it's been a while. I feel like at some point though, they said they wouldn't, if they didn't have a vehicle, a plate and a vehicle description, they didn't put them out. Maybe it's changed. And maybe that's all hooky. And, people start saying stuff and you never know what the hell's the truth.
yeah, typically when an Amber Alert comes through on my phone regarding anything in North Carolina, it's like almost like a bolo. Be on the lookout for a white Hyundai license plate. This,
Right.
That wasn't the case last night. It was just
Well,
basically saying what we know. 7-year-old missing, and I think a lot of it probably has to do with because of the fact that he is like nonverbal. I think that is that to me, I think is probably got more to do with it than a lot. As you're definitely dealing with a special needs person. It's not. My son's on the autism spectrum, but he holds a full-time job, has a driver's license, all the other. You know what I'm saying? He's not like this young man.
yeah, there's different levels and stuff. And not only that, I mean, he may very well do those things too later. I don't know. I don't know to what degree
Let me see.
this is. And maybe, it's possible that I just have that in my head because every time I get an Amber Alert, there's always a vehicle. I thought I heard that somewhere, but I wasn't sure anyway. Don't take anything I'm saying as fact.
Okay. No, I'm trying to find.
So you don't see anything up in the air now, which
No,
maybe
there wasn't, and I don't know. It's kind of strange to me. I mean, if you're looking for a heat signature, now'd be the time. But I was trying to watch flight radar, but I even closing out some of the tabs, it still wants to give me
thank you.
it's still trying to give, it's just giving me like it's aggravating me. It's making me
Well, don't worry.
anxious, aggravated. It's just wanting to not fill in all the, okay, now it's doing a little better. Let me go back.
I love that hair, don't you?
So like
I
even
do.
your sound changes when I open the flight radar.
Oh, I'm sure that it takes a lot to
Okay.
track that.
Well,
Well, I'm gonna keep on.
see, right now I don't show any planes, no helicopters at all over. The SBI had a plane over there most of the day. Helicopters kind of like would come and go, but okay, Charlotte. Where's Ashford? Nope, there's nothing. There's no helicopters, no planes, no nothing over the area at this moment. At all. You got a big airliner passing over, but it's just a passenger plane.
He is, isn't he a handsome boy? He's just so cute. So cute.
Yeah, freaking he, basically wandered away. Is what we're hearing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. Wait, this says, oh no, that's not, sorry. No, I don't see anything new. Yeah, he just wandered off.
No, I don't have to go back and forth.
And we don't see any kind of weird red flags with this one, so that's a good thing. They are draining a pond. That's possibly done now, but I don't see any. Let me check one more place real quick. That's the thing. This is real new, so
Okay. And oh, no. My bad. Sorry, y'all.
you see something?
Yeah, everything I'm seeing on X, TikTok, I don't do Facebook, but everything I'm seeing is not, I mean, with, hour ago and it's still missing.
You had a band on your mother-in-law. Oh God.
In the other case that the light rail attack, is that the one in Charlotte?
Yes. What do you know about that one?
Okay, am I muted?
No, I heard you.
I can't hear.
You can't hear me? Okay. What are you talking about, Kiwi? Are you just playing games? So, yeah, the other story I wanted to talk about is oh, it's a New Zealand case. Oh, okay. Hey, you there now? Can you hear me now?
Right, I'm back. Everything went haywire on my end. Too many tabs open.
I have to.
All right.
We're gonna have to put out a missing poster for.
Yeah. Hey, I'll be easy to spot with a top hat and goggles on. Everybody like, you look at that weirdo. Yeah, they'll find me quick. The other one, like I said, the other, not Liam King, but the other, was that the Charlotte? Did that happen in Charlotte? Is that like that you were going to talk about light attack on light rail in North Carolina?
Yes.
I only heard about that in passing. I don't know anything about that one. I've kind of kept up with the Liam King today, but the other one I know pretty much nothing about.
Yeah, this is pretty it's pretty bad. There's a lot there is, I guess, some really bad video out there. I'm not going to play that even if I find it. I haven't seen it. I'm not trying to look at it. But so no, it's pretty cut and dry. This guy was already on the bus. The woman comes and gets on the bus and sits down, and seemingly for no reason at all, just pulled out a knife and started and stabbed her in the neck. The thing that's really bad is that he walks around the train, dripping blood everywhere, and nobody even acts phased.
Whoa.
Yeah. He's dripping a lot of blood. And we'll watch a couple different
Charlotte's
So-
about an hour, right about an hour away from me. Yeah, and them folks down there, them folks crazy. That's a big city. I mean, Charlotte's a big city.
yeah, I've been there several times. It's been a while, and so the thing here, so the woman who was stabbed, she's a refugee from Ukraine that came here to get away from, the war and all the nonsense over there. And then you've got crazy people like this, right? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. I see now. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, Queen. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, this is pretty. There are several videos. Let's check out all of them. So she is a refugee from Ukraine. He's been arrested 14 times.
Huh.
He has a big he has a long arrest record. Yeah. And, I don't know all the circumstance of why people don't go to jail, but, look at Jake Harrell, right? We're just going to keep doing shit like this, I guess.
Okay, who just walked through my yard? And what in the hell is your problem?
Well, be careful.
Be careful. No, they the one that need to be careful.
Yeah.
We'll walk through. Hold up. Hold the hell. All right, y'all hold up.
What? Wow.
Walk up in my damn yard. Okay, never mind. Somebody just like the power people checking to make sure everybody's meter's back on. Yeah, well, knock on my door. Do something. Don't just walk through my freaking yard. Sorry,
Get
I'm sorry.
yourself shot.
Go ahead.
No,
My bad.
yourself shot.
I got caught in a moment. Sorry.
No, I would too.
Life happens.
That's right. And you got to keep your head on a swivel.
I keep
don't know
mine
what-
on my cameras. I'm just saying. My bad. Sorry, didn't mean to disrupt things.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I should have muted. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. We didn't hear anything.
Okay, good. I wasn't nasty. And I don't. Okay.
See, something's wrong with the guy. He's not.
This stop is Stanley Park Station. Please exit right.
Right, freaking? I think it will stop before. I don't. This pretty sure I watched this one. It. Look, just got off work at a pizza. You heard everything. I didn't. There are a few different videos we're going to watch. Yeah, it's horrible.
Please stand clear. Doors are closing. Train is about to move.
She was a beautiful girl. Couch. Look at this. Just out of nowhere. Oh, yeah, she died. Like, absolutely.
A little bitty old pocket knife.
Yeah. So you got to wonder why, of course, nobody's really talking about it because if it's a gun, they want to, have a big old to-do about that.
Yeah, North Carolina ain't hard on the criminals. I'll tell you that. North Carolina is not hard on criminals.
I don't know anybody who is anymore. I don't. Safer in Ukraine. Exactly right. That's what's really crazy, right?
Well, I say North Carolina ain't hard on criminal. You let somebody do something minor, and they're going to slap you under the damn jail. It seems like.
There's more video.
It's crazy.
The one where, people are not even fazed by the guy walking around with dripping blood. That's the one I can't really stand. Right. And I didn't look into it, but I saw a headline that said people have started to go fund me for the guy that did it. That wouldn't surprise me. Look at Anthony, which one? I can't remember now.
There are 3 cities in this state: Raleigh, Charlotte, and Asheville. They pretty much run the politics. And as long as they stay the little woke tight areas, people like him keep getting off. Slap on the wrist, turn them loose.
Yeah,
But out
this is
here in
where,
these little small towns, it just don't work like that.
okay, yeah. See, watch this right here. This is where it says GoFundMe launch to raise money for the killer. Watch. What? Hold on. Oh God.
Absolutely Kiwi, mate. No doubt.
But this video
More
will
Dawn of
show.
Empires. All the mighty will fall at one point or another.
Yes. Okay. Wait till you see people just walking around this blood. Just, it's mind blowing.
If there's one silver lining to the very dark cloud around the Irina Zastruka slaughter on the bus in Charlotte, North Carolina, it is that fatigue has reached all-time critical mass levels for the mass slaughter and terrorizing of our nation by approximately 1% of our population. That 1% of violent, repeat offenders being released back onto the streets again and again and again.
Look at that.
Kill and murder and maim is the single worst part of American society. It's called restorative justice. And this video in 4K of DeCarlos Brown Jr., who had been arrested 14 times. It's not the number of cops. The governor is out there saying, I want more cops on the street. It's not the number of cops. It's the woke, dumbass, activist judges and the fatherlessness that cripples the Black community that allows for things like this to continue to perpetuate. Mix both together, and ladies and gentlemen, you have the horrific crime spate that is not just a one-off. Throughout my timeline, every single click, there is now a new story, and perhaps people are now willing to tell this story and tell the truth about the pint-sized veterinarian professor who was hacked to death by a fiend while walking her dog in the park. Beloved veterinarian professor.
Oh, I don't know about this story at all.
Now I don't know that I don't know that there needs to be a race element in what happened on that train. I don't know that it needed to be that, but I do agree with what he says. I mean, he is right. It is our judges. It is our people that are just slapping people on the wrist and putting them back out there. Okay, we keep doing that. And then now some innocent young lady, whether she white, black, yellow, Asian, it don't matter. Another human being is dead because this person has been let out so many times. That's the problem. Take the color away.
Well,
obviously,
of course, nobody wants to hear that. I think what I heard him saying earlier is because what was happening was the media that can't wait to jump on certain stories weren't talking about this one. So that's where that was coming into play, because if it's if it fits a narrative, then they can't wait to get all over it and blow it up and make it something that it's actually not. Of course, it doesn't matter. Evil is evil.
Yeah.
Period.
whether it be black on black, white on white, uh, Spanish on Spanish, it's all the
No,
same.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it doesn't. To me, okay, I know I've said this.
But
I had
clearly,
a horrible father, but he didn't teach us racism. It
no.
doesn't matter. Black on black crime is just as bad as a black on white or any of that. And media should approach it from that standpoint, not,
Well, that's the problem.
well,
They
we're gonna
don't.
leave this one alone because it's this, or well, this one ain't gonna bring us dollars, so we just not gonna talk about it. Oh, well,
If it doesn't fit their narrative, if it
yes,
doesn't fit their narrative to divide us, because the media wants us to, they want to portray that it is about, that everything's about color.
yes,
That's what they want to do.
yes.
So if it doesn't fit their narrative, they're not going to talk about it. And so obviously, like I said, I hadn't watched that particular video of his, but he was going into some other story that I hadn't heard about. I don't know what he was talking about.
I like Benny. I like Benny.
But the problem is that the media wants to do that because the narrative is to divide us. It's to insinuate that it does mean something to all of us when it doesn't. There's not anybody out here that is going to say, oh, I don't care about that person because I don't care if they got killed or whatever. No, I don't. People are not thinking that. That's the kind of shit that they want to put out there, though. If it's a story that they can run that is going to feed their narrative, they'll just pound it into the dirt.
Now, it just pad them pockets.
Now, I don't watch mainstream media, so I don't even know if they covered it or not. That's what I've been seeing, that they're not. I don't watch it, so I don't have any idea what the hell they play. I can't listen to them because it is biased as piss. I don't care about that. I don't want to hear nonsense. I don't want to hear about that kind of stupid shit. Somebody being brutally murdered on a train for no reason whatsoever, just sitting there, is disgusting. I don't give a fuck who is what color. It's all fucking gross. But you don't hear them. They only want to do it if they think they're going to cause more division and strife in the country. That's what they're trying to do. So that itself is really disgusting, because why do you want that? Why do you want people to hate each other? It's ridiculous. But that's what they do. That's not what I'm trying to do, because I don't care about any of that shit. I don't listen to me. I don't think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people don't watch that shit anymore.
Folks in my neck of the woods don't care about color. Like they just don't. Nobody in my family, nobody around me. Maybe it's because I associate myself with certain people. I don't know, but I don't never hear any.
I don't know anybody who does that.
Crazy
I don't know anyone.
mess that what media is trying to tell. I don't, in my regular everyday life, I don't encounter what media is trying to tell me I'm supposed to see.
Yeah, see, some people are really. I'm looking up some stuff now.
After October,
you know what I will
29th.
tell you. What I will say about this is what I have my whole life. What I have heard always is we're all God's children. That's who we are, and that's the way I see it. I don't know what that doesn't go on in my life. No, but that's why I say I don't hear people talk like that. I don't hear people act like that. And you know, think about it. You know, how many times there's so much gross stuff that goes on, and you hear all this nonsense. And think about it. You know, we've gotten to where we have a problem with people based on like who their political party is. You guys, let me tell you this, okay? So, you know, back whenever I told you guys I quit watching news after January 6th, I couldn't pay attention to shit anymore. I was so done with it. I started watching a lot of reality TV, and I watched maybe the first couple of seasons of oh God, Love is Blind. I love that first couple. I mean, on the first season, they're still together. I watched their YouTube channel. I love that one couple. Oh, ironically, he's white and she's black. How wild, huh? And it's not like I've followed any of these couples, but I do follow them. They're super cute. But and they're having a baby right now. Anyway, I didn't watch it for a long time then. There's several seasons I didn't watch. And then recently I got real bogged down with nonsense, and I went and started watching some reality TV, and I watched the latest season. And let me tell you, I kid you not, all the people who, you know, got together, I think there were 5 couples that got together, and then when it came time to actually see if they were going to get married or not, one couple did. The rest of them, guess why they didn't? Politics. Yep. That was the actual reason. And this is where we've gotten. This is where we have gotten. Because that literally means that decides whether you like somebody or not. I can't believe it, but I mean, and I can't believe that was not a thing. The media and politicians have done that to us, and it's so disgusting.
How do we fix it?
Well, I think it is. I think what's happening is a lot of people are not watching mainstream media.
Yeah, the ratings are showing that.
Right. And I think this is a thing. We are good people as a rule, you know? Like in one of these situations, this girl said that, first of all, sadly, it was in Minneapolis. So that you got a bunch of Tampon Tim people over there, okay? I can't even imagine living in Minneapolis. Tampon Tim's wife said how much she thoroughly enjoyed smelling the damn city burned down. Okay. That's the kind of crazy batshit stuff that's going on. We got to get rid of. But one of them, the guy just simply, she actually said like he was everything she dreamed of her whole life. But she asked him about George Floyd, and he said he just stayed out of it. And at the end, she said, I just cannot get involved with somebody who would just, you know, stay out of that. What the are you fucking kidding me? Now, I'm surprised I'm bringing that up, because I'm sure that I could run everybody off real quick with my idea on that fucking shit. I'll go ahead and let that go. But this is fucking ridiculous, people. We got to stop it. We love each other as people. We're good people. I know we are. I just know that. Like, one thing I will say with Benny when he said it's 1%, it is not a large percent of people who are doing this shit. It's just that's who, of course, that's what you hear about. As a rule, people do good things for people. People want good things for people.
Your average citizen are your first responders.
Exactly.
They there before the police, before the ambulances. A wreck happens in front of you. What are you going to do? Just keep driving, or are you going to stop? I'm gonna stop.
Right. But look at those people that were just like scooching over because the blood was dripping by.
At least I'm gonna say, brother, you bleeding? You all right? I mean, I'm
Right.
like, even if I didn't see what happened, the man dripping blood, dude, you bleeding? You all right? Now, if he wants to come at me with a knife, well, then, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But I'm gonna at least say something about somebody walking down the dab burn aisle that's dripping blood. Yo, man, look, you bleeding? You all right? You need help? Now, if he goes crazy and comes after me, then whatever. But I ain't gonna sit there and act like I don't see him.
Right.
I done got kicked out of a mall. Like I had mall security, rent-a-cops, escort me out of a mall because I got in the middle of a man slapping his wife around when they had their child with them. I created the scene, and I got escorted out, and that couple that she just got slapped around, they got to stay in the mall and shop. But I wasn't going home not saying nothing.
Right. Right. That's probably, to me, I think I'm more afraid not just of the people that are committing crimes like this, the fact that people are just not even fazed by it. That's what's crazy. Because you know what, though? People have just decided to just, they just want to stay away from it. And, there's a large part of that you understand. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to get involved in people's business. I'm not trying to do a lot of that. But like you said, there's no way I'm going to be able to just pretend somebody's not bleeding all over the place.
And Kiwi says someone could have talked to him and got stabbed. He seemed to be in a trance or something. I don't know if it's so horrible. Okay, well, I promise you, I'll walk around every single day of my life with a bigger pocket knife than what he used. So we'll go knife to knife if that's what it needed to be, or else I'll just reach around behind me.
Right.
And pull something else out that's.
But then look at what was that guy's name? Penny. What's his Daniel Penny? Look what happened to him.
Yeah, he's suing Alvin Bragg, right?
Somebody's trying. I heard that. Yeah. He put a stop to somebody attacking a woman, and they charged him.
Guilty. Not guilty.
Thank God he was found not. Can you imagine? That's somebody sees something. He didn't see something, say something. He saw something and handled it.
North Carolina had to pass a law. It's called the Good Samaritan Act. If I roll up on a car wreck and the car's on fire and someone's in risk of burning up, and I reach in there and grab them and drag them out, and my actions actually caused them more harm because I saved their life, there was a time that I could have gotten sued or charged. North Carolina passed a law that said I'm allowed to do that as an average citizen now. If their life's in danger, I can pull them away from it. And if my actions of pulling them away causes them further harm, I'm protected. But it took a law in order for that to happen. That to me is insane. People just need to be able to help people. And if I saved your life, well, you're going to turn around and sue me. Right. You're dead. If I don't do something, you're dead. But if I do something and it causes you further harm, well, now you're still alive, but you're going to turn around and sue me? I can't wrap my brain around it.
Well, and I think that does cause, it's things like that. Like Daniel Penny, of course, fortunately he was acquitted. That caused a lot of grief in a person's life, though. Let me tell you, to go through all that. But it's things like that do make people, I think, more apprehensive to get involved. But yet there is that thing that you don't even think about it, right? You just do. You just react.
Yeah. I don't think. I just, yeah, there you go. I about got blowed up when a trailer exploded because I won't thinking. Even though I heard the backdraft and I heard it, but I was told there was somebody in there, and I'm trying to do what I could. I mean, when it finally erupted and flames come out of everywhere, just the pressure alone knocked me on my behind, and one of the neighbors grabbed me and dragged me up in his yard. But I didn't think. I didn't think for 1 minute. I didn't like, and that ain't no braggadocious thing. Sometimes people just react. They're
Right.
just like, it's either in your mentality or it's not. And my mentality is not to turn away and, well, I didn't see that happen, and okay, well, I'm just going to ignore that. That just ain't me.
Well, like you said, everyday people are your first responders. That's the fact, right? And yeah, I feel like I think a lot of people do that. Top hats. They go later on. They go, shit. You know, that was probably not a good idea.
When that ball of flame was rolling up toward my face, I thought that too. Oh shit! But the pressure knocked me down. The shockwave of that pressure knocked me down before the flame got to me. But in that second, I thought, oh shit! But it was too late. I mean, it happens in an instant. Either you react and you do what you feel like is best, or you don't.
Right. And it's scary to see people just really stand there, and I mean, something horrific just happened right there. And because I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched. They say there's one out there that shows all of it. I haven't watched that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. Yeah, I don't know how you could not be aware though. I don't see how that could have happened. There were people sitting just right across. Yeah, I've been
I guess my mentality, as stupid as this sounds,
that's true.
I would rather be a second victim rather than do nothing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Tony. We don't know how we would react. It's just amazing to see that many people literally just try to get out of the way of the blood. But I do understand. You're right. I mean, we don't know until we're right there. But to me, I feel like your first reaction is to just react.
Yeah, me, I know I'm stupid. I mean, I don't need nobody to tell me. I know exactly. I'd do something stupid. I just would. It's what I've made my life on, doing stupid stuff.
It's really scary. It is. No, you know, you froze for 7 hours in fear once. No, I completely agree. I agree with that. I agree. You don't know until you're there. And I'm not judging. I'm just saying, as a society, it's scary that we would just act so not for that it almost seemed like that's just kind of commonplace. That's what's so crazy. Like, I mean, look at even the kid with the ball this weekend, okay? Look at that woman, how she wanted to lose her damn mind over the damn baseball. And the guy gave her the ball back. I wouldn't have. I would have told her to eat shit. Of course, I don't think it's worked out well for her now. It's worked out good for the kid at this point that she was such a bitch. But you know, the dad just gave it to her. Okay, I just saw something. No, it is real. Shaw, it is real. You're right. Like, it absolutely is. I mean, I don't know. It's strange to me because I can even see us on, you know, when we've been in New York and DC, I love the subway system. It works out really well. You get very, I mean, and Charlotte is a hub for where an airline that we used to fly all the time. We went to Charlotte a lot. Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's working out well for her. I think it is working out really well for them. Yep. Yeah, she really showed her ass, and that's not I saw a thing that said, yeah, she went to bed all happy with that ball that night, and woke up to a whole nother world. I think that's true. And I love that. See, that's what I mean. That's the people, right? That's who we are as people. Look at, so many people saw that and said, I don't think so, lady. And just went crazy over that kid. Yep. Hey, Happy. Yeah, I think it's scary because, I don't know, there was a time that we rode in the subway a lot. And I don't know if I feel good about it right now. I don't think I do. Even here in Phoenix, I don't think I do. Mr. Saudi said, oh God, no. We definitely took the light rail here, but I don't think we would. I don't think I want any part of that shit right now. That's the thing. For whatever reason, I don't know. Whenever we got on the light rail, we bought a ticket and you scan it. But just anybody can get on these things. They don't even buy tickets. It's an honor system. Why is it an honor system?
Honor system in this day and age.
Yeah. Anybody who wants just gets on there.
Oh, I've seen that too, dude, Kiwi. Drawing people. Massively talented.
I have not seen it.
Yeah, he'll draw a picture and then give it to him. He takes nothing in return. It's amazing. And talent beyond belief.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I've never even heard of it. Yeah, Legs, are you seeing Queen's comment?
All of this stuff and all of the craziness and everything that's going on on Earth today, as of October 29th, 30th, somewhere around there, it's not going to matter anymore. because 3i Atlas is making its way through our solar system. I actually was going to go live tonight about the 3i Atlas, and then you texted me, and I was like, okay, I'll put this off.
I don't know what that is.
It's an interstellar object that's entered into our solar system, been tracking across for a while. And the title of the live is it a comet or is it something else? Because it is not acting like no comet. It's interesting. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, whenever you do a thing on it,
Yeah.
let me know because I want to.
Yeah, it's getting very interesting, very much so.
I've been hearing
It originated from the Sagittarius constellation, which back in 1977, SETI picked up on a signal that's been called the WOW signal, that they picked up back in the late 70s from that same constellation that this thing originated from, and it ain't acting like no comet. At all.
Huh. Right? Quick. I know. See, sometimes I try to remain ignorant about some things because I know that if I can't handle it, I'm just going to try to stay away from it. Just like if I have something bothering me, if I say it out loud, I have to deal with it. So I won't say it out loud until I know I'm ready to handle it. Otherwise, I just zip it, lock it, put it in my pocket.
That's me. I've been watching this thing for a while and gathering info and gathering all this stuff. And so, yeah, I'm gonna do a live on it here in the next day or so, no doubt. It's had my interest.
Wow. Something else I got to worry about, Top Out.
Nah, why worry? Okay, if there's other life out there, it doesn't mean they won't cause us harm. There is a massive, and I mean massive, psyops campaign going on to try to convince the world population that aliens are here. Aliens are going to come destroy us. Okay, well, people can have whatever beliefs they want to have, but in my opinion, they've been visiting us for millions of years. If they wanted to hurt us, they'd have hurt us a long time ago. No problem there. But it is, you got to understand, our government, put aside the president that actually put it in place of Space Force. It is a they got to make money for it. So it is in their best interest to. Ronald Reagan said it way back in his presidency when he addressed the United Nations. He said he often thought about how our petty differences wouldn't matter if we were faced with some outside alien threat. Well, that sowed the seeds that any civilization outside of our own is here to harm us. And that's not necessarily the case. I personally believe they're here to enlighten us, to get us to stop killing each other. Because if an alien landed in my front yard, spaceship and all, walked out, I'm not going to be terrified. I would simply really want to ask them, how did you get that advanced without killing yourself? Because we're killing ourselves on Earth. We're fighting all these endless wars, and we got race riots, and we got problems with this race and problems with these people, and we don't like their religion. Well, obviously, if somebody is advanced enough to travel from one galaxy to another, obviously they got past killing one another. And that would be the question I would want to know. How'd you get so advanced without killing yourselves? I don't fear them. I'm intrigued.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if somebody just pulls up in my yard, I don't care if they're from another planet. I don't care where they're from. I'm not down with that. And neither are
Okay,
you,
yeah.
Top Hats. Neither are you, because somebody was just in your fucking
I
yard and
know.
you were not
Okay.
down with it. Okay.
I just went out there. I went out there on my front porch because he was walking back across the front. And I said, "Can I help you?" He shined his flashlight in my eye. And I said, "Can I help you?" He said, "Yeah, I was just checking to see if everybody's power's back on." I said, "Yes, sir, it is. Thank you." And I come back in my house. That was it. And that was all. Okay, alien land. I'm going to be like, "Okay, bro, look. Okay, well, how you do this?" Like, yes. But I have, I mean, I got my own little quirks. We all know that, but like, I don't know. I mean, there's
No,
just more to.
I'm not afraid of aliens. I never have been afraid of them. Like I said, I've always been indifferent about the whole thing. I've always said, I don't know if they exist. I don't know that they don't exist. I've never had an experience. So I'm not somebody who's going to be like, "Oh, I know this or I know that." I just don't know. And I tend to believe 100% that whatever my government says about it is not true. So,
True
and
that.
and I have felt more comfortable that they don't exist since the government has decided to, out of the clear blue fucking sky, literally out of nowhere, they wanted to pound into our heads that they do exist. That tells me something weird is going on. Because I still haven't figured out exactly why they did that. They did not do that because they had the sudden urge to come clean about shit. That's not why they did it.
No.
That I know.
No.
That is not true for sure. So I don't know. They want to talk to her. Look at, oh my God. Kiwi, okay, you're killing me right now because first of all, oh shit. Okay. All right. You know what? I didn't say anything about the Mark Zuckerberg, which actually I would love for somebody to come plug his ass out of here. But I believe Mark Zuckerberg is personally responsible for a large amount of the division in this country, and he can kiss my ass. I will gladly stay off of Facebook forever because he can fucking blow me. But now this one I can't. That was too much. That was too hilarious. Yeah. What did I see the other day? She has a new hairdo. I was like, oh, good God. I can't.
Yeah, his plea to the world that when he came out and said, "Yeah, you know what? We're no longer going to censor people on Facebook." Okay, well, you just admitted you have been censoring, which is illegal. But yet everything they've done since then has not changed.
Well, I got kicked off since then, and I never even do anything on there, like almost nothing. I don't know why I got kicked off because I said I don't care. I didn't appeal it. I said, fine, I'll stay off. They keep sending me text messages trying to get me to fix it. Fuck you. I said, I don't want to fix it. I hate your guts. I think that you are so you think it's okay for you to come clean. Oh, yeah, we were doing that. Yeah, you were doing it at the detriment of this country. You had that much power and you decided to silence people, to cause division in this country, and it's disgusting.
My son's stepfather makes a sport out of being put in Facebook jail. Like he does, he makes it a sport. I'm like, come on, man, are you serious? But yeah,
I think my ex-husband does too. I constantly I hear things occasionally like the kids will say, "Oh, Dad's back on Facebook," and I'm thinking, "Well, I didn't know he was on. I don't know anything about his Facebook. I literally didn't even do shit with Facebook. So how in the hell did I get a 6-month suspension?
Wow.
You know, I didn't put anything political. I actually put. I mean, Queen, honestly, what do I put on there? Nothing. So he can kiss my fucking ass. So yeah, I hope that they are coming to get him. I do hope that. You have been too. Yeah, see how dumb is that? Because I mean, what really would justify it? I know I can remember for a long time nobody would even say the word COVID.
The beer bug.
Beer bug, right?
The beer
When
bug.
because when I walked away from all the nonsense and I went to YouTube and started watching different shit, I kept hearing people say beer bug, and I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? Right. That's exactly right. Queen, I would share recipes because I was sharing them for my own benefit because I want that recipe. Yeah, that is what I did. You're so right. I forgot. That is what I always shared. Yeah.
The two terms that I've heard, like Cinema Shogun. I like Cinema. He said he was the one where I got the term beer bug because that's the way he would refer to it, the beer bug, and then the lawyer or that was involved in the Emmanuel Harrow case, he would be like, it's the Timu Suge Knight lawyer.
Yeah.
Timu Suge Knight. I was like, oh no.
You know what? Cinema is on top of shit, and he does say things that a lot of people won't say, but that I love.
He's been zeroed in on the Burning Man thing here lately.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Nobody other than him was talking about that.
I haven't heard it anywhere else.
Me neither. Don't that happen in New Mexico, Arizona? Isn't that somewhere? That's somewhere out west there, isn't it? The Burning Man festival.
I think it's Nevada, but I'm sure it's not far from here. It's not far from us. Oh, I am going to say this really quick. So I have a goal. I'm trying to reach that. I want to go to CrimeCon every year. Ever since it has existed, I've wanted to go to CrimeCon no matter what, because that's my.
That'd be cool.
I love
that. Would be cool.
Well, next year it was fine. It just was released that next year it is in Vegas.
Man,
that's super close
to Vegas.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I really, really want to try to. It's in Vegas in May. I want to go so bad. And with that said, I'm going to say something else just really quick here. I'm just going to throw this out there. And again, this is probably not going to be real popular. And as everybody knows, I don't fucking care. I never say this. I think it all the time. I actually texted it to Queen last night because I'm like, I never say this, but I want to fucking say it. I want to. Because of CrimeCon, what happens every year, one little thing that I do notice happens every single time, and it's not just CrimeCon, but for sure at CrimeCon, okay? Everybody just rolls out the fucking red carpet for John Ramsey, and I'm sick of it. I am sick of that, okay? I am not
John Bonet, John Ramsey? What? John Bonet? John Bonet?
Yes.
Wow.
Everybody just, crawls right up on his fucking balls there. I'm sick of it, okay? This is a fact. I don't know what happened to that little girl, but I do know what didn't happen. Nobody broke in there and wrote a fucking novel of a ransom letter on their notebook asking for $118,000. Okay, how weird is that? And then didn't left the child there deceased. Okay, that didn't happen. I don't give a fuck. I would bet anything on that. That did not happen. And she did not have her makeup on and everything else before she went to go get coffee and whatever. That's what she said. Coffee and whatever. I don't know what the fuck whatever is. The police clearly fucked that up from the get-go. And that family ran the investigation. They said what was going to fucking go on. That was bullshit. And whatever happened, Mr. John Ramsey knows. Fucking enough's enough. Everybody just treats him like this victim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't get on that bandwagon either.
Who's ever seen a ransom letter like that? What was it, like 3 pages? How fucking stupid. Yeah, you know,
That's
Tony,
as bad as the Lindbergh baby.
Right?
And okay, okay. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like Daddy was involved in that one.
Right? Okay, but see, this is a whole thing. There's a lot. How many years is it going to go on that everybody's just going to fucking suck his balls? I mean, really? Right, Tony, the exact amount of his last bonus. Who the fuck knows about that? That's a dumb. And what person is actually going to leave a ransom letter, but not take the ransom with them? And they're going to ask for more money than $118,000. How? Come on. The police never even searched that home. They had all their friends over, everybody running amok around the place. Come on. That was ridiculous. That is not how that shit would work for me. It's not how that would work for me.
Do you think as a whole, now don't get me wrong, I am 100% in supportive of the Men in Blue police department. I respect police. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But how many stories do we know of since just you and I have been friends, Jackie, that the police have dropped the ball, that they haven't been? We just watched a movie night or two ago. Now, granted, the police wasn't brought in a timely manner, and we knew why, because the mom was trying to avoid the police. But how many times have we learned that police knew of certain things but didn't act on them? Like, do we give police too much credit or think that they're smarter than what they are? Like, I have a heart, like, I support them, don't get me wrong, I do. We need police, but how many stories do we know of that police have dropped the ball? They didn't do this and they didn't do that and they couldn't. Okay, what's freaking? There ain't no way that one chick what's her name? Kaylee, Anthony. That Anthony lady. Ain't no way that woman should be walking the streets. No way.
No.
And how long did the police know about what was going on in Quentin Simon's house? But it took his death, the death of a child. They knew what was going on. The police dropped the ball.
Well, and definitely
child services, whatever, all that dropped the ball.
Right. Right. Wait till you see the video I drop tomorrow. You're not even gonna I'm telling you, I spent all day on it, and I've been watching it a little bit because it's local. And I've been seeing what's on the news and stuff, but I dug in today, and it is going to piss you off unbelievably. And I cried so many times today. The way that this stuff they drop the ball, and there's so many things, because how many times, okay, when you try to look at something in a situation of, okay, you respond to the same kind of thing, 5 times a day, every day. And you do tend to go, okay, this is how that goes, whatever. And then that one time it fucking doesn't. Okay. But you have to treat everything a certain way. You just do.
If you walk up on a crime scene, everybody's guilty.
Exactly.
Until you weed them out.
That's what I'm saying. What they did at the Ramsey house, the parents ran the whole fucking show. 100%.
Okay, well,
the parents ran that. The cops, that was so gross. And quite honest, at the time that happened, I lived in Cheyenne when that happened. So Cheyenne is really, really small. So we had one little tiny weird low budget news station in Cheyenne. So we always watched Denver news. So it was huge where we lived, because it was in Boulder, Colorado. That's a suburb of Denver. So that was really big. And the company that my ex-husband was working for at the time, they are the ones who moved them out of their house. So we had a lot of, it was really big where we lived. And they 100% treated them with kit gloves. They did. Do you remember them even when they finally even went in for an interview? It was like, well, everything was on their terms. And the police never treated them like suspects ever. And like you said, 9 times out of 10, it is somebody related to the situation. And you have to assume that everybody's guilty, like you said, until they're not. That is not how they treated them. That family had all their friends over, a bunch of food. The cops were like guests at the house that day. Like they were all waiting for someone to call or something after they left this fucking stupid ass letter. Every bit of that was horseshit. I'm tired of everyone acting like John Ramsey is some kind of somebody. Fuck him. I don't know who he covered for or if he was involved himself, but that story, that family, he knows what happened. And it did not happen the way it's been put out there. I'll kiss your fucking raw ass if it did. That's not, I don't believe it. I'll never fucking believe it. Is Mr. Snotty bothering you? What do you mean? Ron Burgundy? Shut up. Oh my God.
And right, I had to kind of mute for a second. I was like,
Oh
"Oh
my God.
shit, that's cracking me up, Ron Burgundy."
Oh my God. I didn't even see that. You're a shit.
I just had to type it. I was like, "Oh shit," because you were all serious in a moment, and I'm like, "Oh no."
Oh my God. I didn't even see that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, Ron Burgundy. That's a good. Okay, that's funny shit.
Anchorman.
That's funny. That I
Oh,
do think that's
Jesus.
funny shit.
Whew.
Okay, I can deal with that one. You're cracking me up tonight, Tony. That Greta shit makes me laugh every time. Every time I just glance at some kind of headline with Greta, I just fucking start laughing. Yeah, you've got some good ones tonight, Tony. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh Lord.
All right, let me
Yep. I didn't look at it, so.
go back.
But I sees it now. So I think we're gonna stay on top of this boy, this Liam.
Yeah, I just checked. Nothing new.
Yeah, I keep refreshing and I'm not seeing anything
Yeah, so
either.
do I.
And
Yeah.
I'm really hopeful that, this is what I was going to say earlier. So remember a few months ago, there was a little boy missing. I think he was 2 out of Seligman, Arizona. And he ended up getting 7 miles. And that's very near our property. And there is a lot of wildlife out there that kid, remember the one that the dog found the kid and brought it to the ranch? Remember that? Yeah. See, I was not hopeful, and actually I was seeing some red flags with that one, and that boy was okay. I did not see that turning out that well. But it did. It did. And if I've said it 100 times, I've said it 1,000,000 times. Look at Elizabeth Smart. Nobody saw that ending well. And it did, right? So, not seeing any craziness in this story right now gives me hope. Because you start thinking that just kids don't wander off because there's always so much convoluted horse shit in people's bullshit. Yes. Yep. Queen, 100%. I think that he can survive out there. He does have the sweats on. That's good. Socks and shoes. We've seen him come out of these situations and end up okay. A little worse for wear, but alive and.
Yeah, kids are very resilient.
Right. And because he's not going to act, with the wildlife, my thinking is this. A lot of times it's the way an adult reacts to wildlife that causes stuff, right? He's actually not going to do that probably. And I think if he can stay warm enough, he'll be cold with what he has on, but it's at least not like shorts and a tank top, flip-flops, right? I'm
Yeah,
just
right now, and I'm 45 minutes away, so that's a little bit further south. But right now, my temperature gauge says it's 52 degrees outside my house,
oh,
and
that's cold.
it's 12:20 at night. And they're a little further south, so figure maybe 60 degrees.
You think?
Yeah, probably
Okay.
60.
Okay. Well, that's chilly, but it's okay. It can happen.
Yeah.
Exactly right. It's not freezing. Right. So I'm going to stay very hopeful on that. I do want to I would like to have prayers for the woman's family that was stabbed on the train, and for our country to be better, for judges to be better, for judges to quit politicizing things and just behave based on the law.
Yep.
You know, we need that. We need this no cash bail, all this horse shit stuff. That's got to stop. It's got to stop, people. It does. And my last thought was somebody needs to nail John Ramsey to the fucking floor on this shit. That's it. Right. You are such a nut job. Oh my God. You do make me laugh. You make me laugh. Everybody, please remember to say prayers for Jerry's dad tomorrow, that we get some answers, and that and he can start getting on a path to healing, and for her father and for her whole family get through this. They've had a rough time with both the mom and with her mother and her father. It's been a rough time. Yep.
Yeah, but they both had a part in making her, and she meaner and shit. So we know they're gonna be scrappers. So they're gonna do just fine.
Right. We know that everybody's tough in that house, right? In
Right.
that family.
Right. So
She has good genes.
yeah. There you go. There you go.
Yep. She does. So what else? Do you have anything to say at the end here, Top Hats? I think don't forget, put it on your calendar. Well, as soon as we have it all worked out.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was gonna say is did you say the exact date?
No, I'm just waiting on one little thing, and we're gonna.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, no biggie.
Yep. I'm looking at the actual date is the 17th, but I'm looking at probably the 19th, but I will put something out for sure tomorrow. We love you, Jerry. We do.
Yeah, I don't mean no harm, Jerry. I'm just saying they're gonna be all right. Like, you got to know it. You just have to. You got to know it. Like, you can't question. You can't worry. You just got to know. You look at you. You're a fighter. Well, you came from fighters, so right. You got to know. You got to believe, and you got to know.
Yep. You come from good genes, girl, and you guys are fighters, and also you got God. You got to give it to God, right? We're all going to be praying, and you're going to have a lot of prayers. Yep. That'll do it.
Other than that, so I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down, and hope everybody has a good night.
You too. Thank you so much for the information on all that stuff. I appreciate it, and I know everybody else does. And I look forward to your live about the whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It is. It's gonna be like, okay, wait a minute. But
I'm
it
looking
is
forward to it.
conspiracy wrapped around some facts.
Hey, that's right. That's my game.
I hear you. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Love you, Top Hats. Thank you. Yep, you will. And you got him, Jerry. You got him. For sure. Yes. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Just keep the prayers going for the baby, for Jerry's family, and I will see you soon. I don't know when I'll be live next, but I will be putting out a post about the anniversary special. It's going to be epic, huge. Don't want to miss it. Love you guys. Thank you. Good night.